Hello guys, so as much as we're excited for aliens coming to the world, now I'm basically being kept up now because of aliens, you know. But yep, we all know aliens are actually in fact real, but stop right there for being excited. But in the world, fiction, like us humans, there are lots of evil alien life forms that hopefully are not real. The first one is Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. We all know Frieza is a evil tyrant who is the emperor of the universe, who has basically controlled his own imperial army, who has fueled for his ruthlessness and power. Again, hopefully our wars are not like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, where basically, we live under a galactic monarchy who's so powerful, and none of us humans are gonna be able to take him on. Obviously, as well, we're not gonna be able to take him on. The strongest humans, in Dragon Ball Z, are barely like 30, powerful like 30 or 40, possibly at the most 200, of course. And of course, there's also possibility that Saiyans exist, a race that, but again, Saiyans are very much like Spartans from, all the way back in Greece. The Saiyan society is very much similar to the Spartan society, where it's basically war and honor. They're another group that we don't want to run into, because yes, Goku is a good person, but Saiyans are not really good people. And Dragon Ball Z Saiyans are portrayed as ruthless and evil, only want to conquer for their own good, and are already known for having a naturally aggressive warrior race. So we had to deal with Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z. Yes, they are near extinct in Dragon Ball Z because Frieza wiped out the whole universe, but even Frieza was scared of the Saiyans. We wouldn't stand a chance if a Galactic Federation, if there was a race similar to Saiyans that was so powerful. Yeah, in the Dragon Ball universe, a strongest human, an old human's like a power of 5. These Saiyans can blow up planets, blow up cities with just their hands. We don't want to deal with those Saiyans. And of course, next is the Empire from Star Wars. Again, the Sith is obviously not real, but Star Wars could be. There could be a gigantic empire with a massive army. Of course, we could be on the good side for now, but what if we get on the bad side? That will be the problem. What if we get on the bad side? The Empire's bad side in the Star Wars universe. Basically, we're screwed. Okay? They have all these spaceships. They have infinite limitless manpower because, of course, the Galactic Empire is with us one planet. They are hundreds of planets. Okay? So if you get on the bad side, they would destroy us. Same thing with the Covenant. Okay? Of course, we all know the aliens don't want to kill us, as revealed by the Israeli, supposedly Israeli document. But the Covenant from Halo, if we have to deal with a race that wants to completely, a group of religious, basically, because the Covenant is a political, military, and religious affiliation. Very similar to to a group of countries that are very much religious, Muslim countries, where they basically want to get rid of the heretics and also old Christians. But of course, Christians have not really, have really been better in terms of accepting other religions. But the closest we can compare the Covenant to is the, Muslim countries to now, where they're not really accepting of other religions. Mostly like, examples being Iran, as well. Iran is like the biggest example of that. Again, the Covenant is a group of different races. Okay, we can look at all the Covenant. Hunters are heavily armored with gigantic cannons. Brutes have heavy armor. Who knows of what material they're spaced out of. Grunts really breathe methane, which is poisonous to us. All of them have plasma guns. Okay, whereas again, even if we were bulletproof vests, we would still lose to them. And again, our weapons will not really work that well against Covenant armor. They wouldn't work. But what about the worst case scenario? The Flood. Of course, Halo has the Flood. We know aliens exist, and now we should be scared of parasites. We can't even handle a freaking flu. How are we going to handle the goddamn flood? Okay? How are we going to handle the flood? Even if, or something similar to the flood, of course, the flood could be a very, 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 very dangerous and deadly thing if it's real. Yes, we like killing it in the Halo games, but if there was something real, or I mean something similar to the flood that is real, we would stand no chance here. It would basically be like Plague Inc. We would die. Everybody would be dead. The planet would be taken over by the flood, and the flood would basically rule our planet until the universe ends. Until our planet gets destroyed by the sun, basically. And our planet would be basically flooded by this, flood, basically. Pretty bad thing, hopefully, aliens, they don't send the flood after us. But another one is the demons from Doom. Okay, Doom is another game that we're talking about. Doom is just very scary. Demons, of course. Again, the demons are from a different dimension called Hell, which is in the Doom universe. But imagine if an alien group invades a planet and sends the demons from Doom at us. Okay. Again, I'm not trying to get people scared here. Okay, but and of course, we can go for many more. The Mass Effect Reapers, Handsome Jack, robot civilizations, machine civilizations, like, the Terminators, for example, Alien from the Alien movies. Yeah, I think we would survive the aliens in the Alien movies. Here's another one, the Predators, of course. The Predators, obviously, would be another pretty bad one to deal with. The Predator from the Predator movies. They're heavily armored. They can turn invisible. Who knows if a race like this might actually exist, and they might be watching me right now. But no, okay, I'm not gonna I guess But the Predators, they can go practically invisible. They have much higher tech than us. They're able to go after us and stuff. And that's another example of alien worlds. Okay, there's many more. Those Alita Battle Angel, where was a civilization on Mars. Again, we could be heading towards Alita Battle Angel. Again, Marvel has the fair sale of aliens and DC. Marvel has the fair sale of other planets and aliens. And Marvel actually takes place in a lot, Marvel as well takes place, again, again, Thanos could exist and he could collect 6 magical stones and half of us could be wiped out from the universe. So, yep. So, for those people who are scared of aliens, well, Vixen already has you covered. If you play Halo, the Covenant really wants to wipe out humans for just existing. The Empire, they'll basically, and there's a lot of, fictional civilizations that rule with an iron fist. Frieza and the Empire. There's lots of civilizations that are just complete pure evil, that want to take over everything. The Saiyans and the demons from Doom. There are other civilizations that just, now it's our existence, and there's some hope for, again, there's other alien invasion movies like Independence Day. That's example. Battle for Los Angeles, there of course is, many others. There's lots of alien invasion movies. And then there's War of the Worlds. There's also, I think, what was it? It's talking, The Day the Earth Stood Still. That's about aliens. I have a picture of that. But yeah, War of the Worlds. And here's something that, this War of the Worlds is probably why aliens have never invaded us. Okay? If you watch War of the Worlds, the weakness of the aliens or the Martians in the War of the Worlds is literally our diseases. Okay? That's probably why aliens don't want to invade us, because they want to be careful with us. Because they don't want to make the same mistakes like we did when taking over, when going to the New World. Because if you don't remember, but most of the Native American population has been wiped out because of disease. They don't want to declare war on us, but there isn't really much war because they introduce their diseases to us, or we could introduce their diseases to them. That's another thing we gotta take into consideration. Why we have not really had much contact with aliens, and why it's kept a secret, is because the aliens don't want to be where it's known, and we have to go, and lots of people, imagine, how big Storm Area 51 was, where there was a meme. Imagine if people know that imagine people know that aliens exist here, basically, aliens exist in this world. I think aliens don't want us to know until we're ready because they know. Because by alien, again, aliens could have an understanding of our diseases, and we could have an understanding of their diseases, but and they'll but who knows if an alien invades us like in War of the Worlds, and they take us, and someone just sneezes, and it basically just kills them. That would be a problem for any alien group, any alien species that tries to invade our planet. I think that's why we have not really had much. That's why no aliens have attempted to invade us, because they know that it could be a possible catastrophe if they even capture one of us. That it could spread a disease to them as well. So that's basically it. Goodbye.